What is happening, PGA DFS fans? Welcome to the Rocket Mortgage Classic week. And we just got a few weeks before the Open Championship. And then the week after that is the Olympics. So we've got some great golf coming up right now and plenty of opportunities to win some life-changing money here this week at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. And of course, maybe pick up a few tickets for the big tournaments in a couple of weeks. And a few ways we're going to help you win some money this week. Well, it's through our top 5 sleepers here. Before we jump into that, let's go ahead and view last week. Of course, I talked about John Pock, and I've talked about him a few times. So if this is not your first time hearing me talk about him, well, thank you back for coming back and visiting. Of course, the Mark Leishman pick of last week, setting that early number, almost winning the event. He was a very, very good sleeper. Bubba Watson, he was the other one. He had a chance to win on Sunday before tanking, but still, 2 really good picks there. Austin Eckroat, he went 3 for 3, and now professional cuts made. Came in just outside the top 50, a tough Sunday there. I think he shot only 1 under. Still pretty good in his first ever start. The other 2, Molinari and Pock, both missed the cut. So not bad, given the fact that Watson and Leishman both well under 10% owned and both pretty big parts of the tournament for the most part of 4 days. And let's jump into my top 5 sleepers for this week. And I'm going to go one more time. I said 3 or 4 weeks ago when he made his first ever appearance as a professional, John Pock, I would give him 3 tournaments. He's missed the first 2 cuts. I'll give him one more time. Luckily, this week we get the easiest course of the bunch, and we've got him at his cheapest price. So if those 2 things match up together, $6,300, it will pay off to have me wait this long. Plus, last week he had a really good chance to make the cut. Just needed to birdie one of those last couple of holes and couldn't do it. Missed a 30-footer on 18, shot 1 under. So he missed on the number. So at least some strides there. Sepp Straka is going to be my number 2 sleeper this week, coming in at 7,700 and 7% owned. Not many golfers this week, though, are going to be above 10% owned, below 8,000. It's just the way it's working out. Very top-heavy field this week. So Sepp Straka coming in at 7% has great history here, 8th and 11th, and we love to see the form coming into a week that clearly has a golf course that suited him the last 2 years. He came in 10th last week. So now we look at his strokes gain number, see how he's been getting it done. Now, he caught COVID through his stretch where he was actually playing some really decent golf. So that's too bad. Strokes gained 69 off the tee, 129 in the approach, 135 around the green, and 93rd putting. All right, now my third sleeper is going to go to Ryan Armour. 7,500 this week and only 4% projected own on DraftKings. He's made the cut each of the 2 years that the tournament's been played. Came in 4th last year. So we look at his 61st place finish last week at the Travelers, but if you look a little bit deeper, he had a couple of iron shots on Sunday that cost him over 3 strokes. So he lost 3 strokes on the approach, ended up shooting 3 over on the day, took him from basically inside the top 25 on Sunday all the way to 61st place. So I think that the form is quite possibly a little bit better than what we saw last week. Now, when we look at his strokes gain rank, we know he's going to have to putt well. And this just happens to be one of the easiest courses to putt on. 151 off the tee, 153rd on the approach, 122 around the green, but top 30 in putting, ranked 30th this year. All right, my last 2 sleepers are the only golfers that are above $9,000 that are under 10% projected owned this week. First guy we're going to talk about is Bubba Watson. I'm not as excited about Bubba this week as I was last one, but the fact that nobody wants to play him when he seems to be in decent form, well, that's a little questionable to me. Now, he has missed the cut each of the last 2 years here. We don't know why, but he should have a pretty good statistical profile. He's 6th off the tee. He hits the ball as far as anyone. Maybe not of my next guy, but 111 on the approach, 107 around the green, and 168 putting. So, again, maybe that's why people don't want to pay $9,200 for him, but given the fact that he's seemed to play better, at least recently, and Keegan Bradley missing the cut last week, I would rather play Bubba at $200 more than I would Keegan Bradley at $9,000 this week. And the last guy, my top sleeper of the week, I said last week, if you caught some of my content, I talked to Ben Raza about this specifically. I said, look, it was great to see Matthew Wolff playing again. It was great to see him competing again almost at the U.S. Open. Not going to play him at the Travelers. It's the worst course on tour for what's going on in his game right now. But what's not the worst course for his game on tour? what's going on in his game is Detroit Golf Club, and that is this one this week. So Matthew Wolff coming in under 10% owned at 9,100, almost identical to where he was last year at this exact tournament. $9,200, under 10% owned, in bad form, comes in second, right behind Bryson DeChambeau. Like him again for the exact same reasons here this week. We look at his strokes gain rank, 174 off the tee, but that's because he can't hit a fairway to save his life, but he hits the ball far. 22 on the approach, that looked almost what it was at the US Open, and then 45th putting, again, putted well at the US Open. So as long as he hits 75 or 80% of his greens this week, and we don't have to see his around the green game, expect Matthew Wolff to be right there again. Okay, let's go 5-1 really quickly. Again, John Pock, my last time using him here. Sepp Straka, Ryan Armour, Bubba Watson, Matthew Wolff, all of them under 10% owned. In fact, all of them should be under 7% owned this week. So stay tuned, of course, for my top 5 fades video. And if you're watching it in a little bit of a different order, of course, my top 5 values video is already live. And I'm coming up with Ben Raza, the PGA DFS strategy show. That's at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. You might be watching that after this, but of course you can watch that on playback or listen to it on your favorite podcast provider. We are available there. So good luck this week at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.